Jai Hind everyone. I am Dr. Anshika Singh, Assistant Professor at Jyoti Rao Phule Subharti College of Physiotherapy. I am MPT in Neurology and a PhD scholar. I welcome you all on this special occasion of World Physiotherapy Day. World Physiotherapy Day is observed to generate awareness about the crucial contribution physiotherapists make to society, enabling people to be mobile, well, and independent. So welcome everyone in this session on inactive lifestyle and its effects and COVID-19 lockdown, a tale of two pandemics. Why I'm saying tale of two pandemics? Because first is the COVID-19, which is an official pandemic, and second pandemic is also there, which is an unofficial one, and that is inactive lifestyle. And why it is there? Because of we are more confined to our homes now because of this COVID-19 situation. So now that we are in the thick of global COVID-19 pandemic with hundreds of millions of people abruptly forced to work from home, it's an urgent topic. We sit at our desk for 6 to 8 hours a day, and if we do not do it correctly, it can lead to physical problems and pain. Many of us are finding ourselves hunched over laptop on sofas or beds, perched on hard dining room chairs, or subjecting our arms and wrists to ill-placed keyboards, which can lead to development of various joint pains or musculoskeletal problems. So to avoid that, ergonomics is very important. So what is ergonomics? It is the process of designing, or you can say arranging workplaces so that they can fit the people who use them. So the basic aim of ergonomics is to improve workspaces and environments to minimize risk of injury. With ergonomics, you can avoid micro traumas. What are micro traumas? They are the tiny strains we put on our joints and muscles that may be invisible now, but will come back to bite us later with long-term ailments like muscular and skeletal disorders, such as carpal tunnel syndrome, inflamed tendons, muscle strains, or finger, shoulder, and back injuries. To avoid them, ergonomics plays a very important role. So let's start with the ergonomics. What all precautions you can choose, or what all things you can do to make yourself comfortable at home while working. So first is the make leg room a priority. It is very important. You need to choose a work surface that offers plenty of space for your knees, thighs, and feet. Try not to sit directly in front of drawers because they can keep you from getting as close as to your computer. And if you need a higher surface, you can use sturdy boards or bricks or blocks to prop up your desk or table legs. But you need to have a leg room for yourself while working. Next is you need to protect your back. Again, it is a very important factor. So back support is very important to you to help keep a healthy posture. An office chair with lumbar or low back support is the best for you. If you use a hard back chair, choose one that lets your knees stay level with your hips. So your knees and hips should be at the same level. And you can also pad it with a seat cushion and place a rolled up towel behind your lower back. If your chair has armrests, you can also adjust them so your shoulders stay relaxed. Next is you need to support your feet. So this is one trick to getting your posture right. Keep your feet flat on the floor. So your entire foot should touch the ground, should be on the floor. So if the chair you use doesn't allow that to happen, you can also use a footrest. You can also place a small stack of sturdy board under your feet to make your foot rest completely on the floor. Also, your eyes should be at the level of your screen. So your screen and your eye should be at the same level. If your computer screen is too low, you will have to tuck your chin into your chest to see it. So this can lead to neck, shoulder, and back pain. If you can place your screen on a surface that's arm's length away and eye at eye level, that will be better for you. If you wear bifocals, then your screen will be easiest to view if you lower it to 1 to 2 inches. Uh, Next is get the right angle with two screens. If you are using two screens at a time, so the screen you use more should be in front of you, and the lesser used screen should be at the side. If you are using two screens simultaneously for equal duration, then you can also uh, join them, and you can make an angle by joining their edges, and so that both the screens can be visible to you at a single point of time. Next is getting the lighting. Getting the lighting just right is very important, and natural light is the best for you. If natural light is there, then to reduce glare, set up your work space to the side of a window. Your desk should be at the side of the window, and instead of having it in front or behind you, it should be at the side. Also, your computer screen should be brighter than the sun outside. So you should adjust your blinds or pull down your shades on sunny days. And the next important thing is you need to take frequent breaks. They are very important while working. Once you get your home office set up, don't feel like you have to stay there all day. So it's better if you don't, just because your muscles get tired and sore from supporting you when you sit, which may lead to other problems over time. So try to take a 1 to 2 minute break every 20 to 30 minutes that you are when you are at your desk, or you can also stand and gently stretch. Also, it is very important set up a standing desk, because always in a sitting posture, if you always sit in a sitting posture, so it will lead to various joint pains in your back, or it can lead to pain in your shoulder or neck. So if you want to avoid that, just set up a standing desk for you. Stay on your feet as you work, and you may be less likely to have shoulder or back pain. So if you don't have a standing desk, place your laptop on a high counter, shelf, or an ironing board. It may take a while to get used to this way of working, but it is very important. You can use it alternatively with the sitting position. I mean, you can use sitting desk for 2 to 3 hours. After that, for half an hour, you can use a standing desk. Also, you can use a cushioned mat for your feet you can use a cushioned mat so that you can protect your feet from getting sore. Also, keep your keyboard in reach. It is very important. So if you have to stretch to reach to your keyboard, you will strain your arm. When typing or using a mouse, your wrist should be straight, your elbows close to your body, and your hands, even with your elbows, are slightly lower. Next is cushion your wrists. If your wrist or lower arms press against the edge of your work surface too much, you may start to feel pain or tingling because of the compression of the nerves in your wrist. You may start feeling pain or tingling. So you have to cushion up the surface, the edges of the table. So if you don't want to have a compressed nerve or carpal tunnel syndrome, just use a rest, or you can also pad hard edges of your desk or table with a folded washcloth or cotton or anything. Next is the follow 20-20-20 rule. So what is 20-20-20 rule? Just for every 20 minutes that you look at your screen, take 20 seconds to stare at something else, which is about 20 feet away. So it is 20-20-20. After every 20 minutes, 20 feet away, just stare at something else for 20 seconds. So changing your focus even briefly allows your eyes to rest. When you use your screen for play, then also all these guidelines are very important. Just because you are done with work for the day doesn't mean that you are finished using screens. After work, many people spend more hours on their phone or tablets. So try to follow the same guidelines when you relax that you use when working in your home office. So after all, your goal is the same, that is to prevent sprains and stiffness. So now I will explain some exercises to you which you can do while sitting. Very simple exercises, and but remember to stand up and walk around and stretch regularly along with the exercises. So the first exercise is neck rotation. So how you can do neck rotation? First of all, look to the left, hold for a count of 3, then back to the starting position, then look to the right, then hold for a count of 3 and back to starting position. You need to repeat it 10 times. Next is shoulder shrugs. So shoulder shrugs are very important for your shoulder pain. So gently you need to raise your shoulders and lower your shoulders. Just raise them and relax. Try not to compress your neck while doing this, and you need to repeat the shoulder shrugs 10 times. Next is seated calf raises. How you can do seated calf raises? Just slowly raise your heels off the ground. You can do it along with me. Yes, come on. Slowly raise your heels off the ground. Hold for a count of 3. Then slowly lower your heels back on the ground. Repeat it 10 times. And next is resisted arm curls. And how you can do it? Just place one arm on the top of another arm like this. And what you have to do, gently raise the lower arm against the downward pressure of the top arm. So what you have to do, you have to put an upward pressure from the lower arm and a downward pressure from the upper arm. So like this, you have to hold for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Now return to starting position, and after that, swap arm. Again same, and relax. Repeat it 10 times with each arm. Next is wrist rolling. What you can do to protect your wrist. With your arms by your side, just bend and flex both the wrists. So what you have to do while keeping your arms at your side, you need to bend your wrist on both sides. That is flexion and extension. So you can do it while sitting also. While sitting, you have to put your your arms by your side, and you need to just flex, extend and flex your wrist. Do this 10 times. Next is hand finger exercise. So for that, you need an elastic band, and for elastic band, you need to place this around all your fingers and thumb. So what you have to do, you have to stretch the band as far as possible, and then release it. Again, stretch it and release it. But you have to make sure that you don't need to hyperextend your fingers. Don't need to hyperextend. Just it should be normal extension. And repeat this 10 times. All the exercise needs to be repeated 10 times. Next is the forward bending. So just bend forward, let your head and arms hang over your knees, and relax into this position and hold for a few seconds and breathe in as you slowly come back. So I'll show you how you can do. You just need to bend forward and put your head on your knees, and then come back to the sitting position while breathing in. You need to do this at a very slow pace and do it 10 times. Next is spinal twist. So sit facing forward and place your left hand on the outside of your right knee, and place your right hand at the back of the chair, and then twist your head towards the right side, and with the left hand put a pressure on your knee towards the left side. so that your lower body goes towards the left side and your upper body goes towards the right side, like this. Hold for a count of 3, then back to the starting position. This you need to repeat on the other side also. Next is a side stretch. How you can do side stretch? Sit facing forward with feet slightly apart. Raise your arms out to the sides. Then you need to bend to left, reaching towards the floor. And your right hand pointing towards the ceiling. Your left hand touching the floor and right hand pointing towards the ceiling. Then back to the starting position. Then towards the right side. This is side stretch. Next is knee squeeze. So how can you do? How you can do knee squeezing? Just place both hands around the front of your knee and pull your left knee to your chest, like this. You need to pull your knee towards your chest and you need to lower your head to your knee. Hold for a count of 3 and relax. Repeat with your right side. And relax. Next is the leg lifts. Then sit and hold each side of the chair for balance. And you need to lift your straightened left leg. First, lift your straightened left leg and flex the foot. You need to bring your ankle towards you and away from you. It is basically a range of motion exercise for the ankle joint. You need to move the foot towards you and away from you. Your foot towards you, plantar flexion and dorsiflexion. So you need to repeat the same for your right leg. Next is a forward bend and stretch. So how you can do this exercise? Just sit back in the chair with legs apart, arms by your side. Then bring your arms up over your head. Then stretch and bend forward. I don't have much space here. So you can bend forward and then you need to touch your feet. Then again to the starting position. So next is, that's all. Thank you everyone. If you have any queries, you can ask. So I think there are no queries. So if you need physiotherapy advice or consultation, you can come to our physiotherapy OPD. It's open on all working days from 9:30 to 3 p.m. The Jyoti Rao Phule Physiotherapy OPD at our college. And we are following all the SOPs and government guidelines, so don't worry, and visit us if you want any advice or consultation. So you can visit us from 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you and Jai Hind. Thank you.